Boy, KRS7435. We back at it once again. We have a ton of content to get pretty big on. Um, we're gonna be doing some 2K17. Um, I've just been really, busy with work, but today's my last day. Well, no, not last day to work at Wendy's, but like you guys get what I'm saying. Um, Basically, what I am doing is that I'm just going to do a few games, and then probably when I get back home tonight, I'll finish it up because I'm trying to win my first ring, and oh well, I apologize, but basically like I'm trying to get my ring, taken care of, then I could win it, and if I do win it, then I'll be good enough to do what I gotta do, and then I'll probably continue with this my player. I wanted to try to probably get me just make like another player, and then I could just get that down. But other than that, man, I'm just doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pretty difficult in 2K, considering that it took me like fucking like 4 to 5 years just to get this player to a Western Conference Finals, which is pretty sad because I should have been able to make it to the Western Conference Finals as a 88 overall. And what's kind of sad is like you have like just all this bullshit 2K17 commands where you don't want to do it, but 2K just allows you to do it anyway. So that's basically the main issue because we have so many issues in 2K17 that needs to be fixed. But hopefully I could win this game, and let's get right into it. Oh, he can't fucking hold me, bro. He cannot hold me. Oh, yeah. See, like, cause I gotta focus, like, cause I can't be talking. Cause like whenever I talk, like that's when I actually do bad. Not really, but I just want to focus. There we go, and one. See, that's what happens when you start focusing on your game. And then, the good part is like, there's no echo coming through my headphones. Then that way I could just, basically just talk during the live stream a little bit easier cuz I hate it when the music has to be playing and all this other crazy bullshit. There, here we go. Mike Conley. $140 million paid for this ugly piece of shit. It's like, yo, how do you get paid like 150 mil, bro? It's like, like this is what I'm really curious about the NBA, and I'm curious about how this affects, like basically more people going in for bigger contracts. How, as a fucking 27, maybe close to 30-year-old man, getting 140 or 150 million dollar contract. Dude, fucking LeBron can get that right now, but it's like LeBron is just playing his ass off, and he's actually playing like a true, basketball legend. So, no credits to LeBron actually doing what he has to do, but I mean, Conley, how many years did it really take you guys to actually get to a Western Conference, well, actually to a Western Conference Finals, and you guys have never been to a finals, so, to me, like that is actually pretty, disappointing that you guys have never, brought yourselves to that point. But see, I will credit you on one thing where you've had you basically kept most of your guys, and you've only got rid of maybe like the point guard portion of, having backup people, and just making sure that your team is okay for, future, injuries, and then your backup players can help you out, which I don't mind the Memphis Grizzlies. I just felt like that they were just never in basketball potential, to actually go that far into a playoff run, which, you know, it's actually seen in this, you know, gameplay, because obviously, you know, like these are generics, but just put it into, you know, real life perspective, you know, like they probably could be, you know, the Los Angeles Lakers, you know, depending on where they are in a few years, but other than that, man, it's because it's looking pretty good, man. Because I wish that Julius Randle can probably get up to his highest potential, and and then after that, that's good enough for but that's good enough for the team to actually rebuild and actually have a caliber play style. Because think about it, Brandon Ingram's shooting like Kevin Durant, so you know, just put it into that, you know, like put it into that process of like what he can do as a player. And, you know, dude, like the Los Angeles Lakers could be, you know, like can be consistent champions. Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yo, who is that? Yo, that ain't Curry. Oh, who is this nigga? Oh, that's Dante Exum. I thought that was Curry. Probably like a little generic version of Steph Curry. That would be kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Bang. And actually, in our last live stream, my fans were chanting MVP, so, you know, like, I gotta give them, you know, what they want, you know what I'm saying, man? Oh. Yeah, which I actually am kind of surprised that, yeah, that I've been putting in, like, a lot of work for you guys, because it's been, oh, man, it's been crazy, dude. Like, you know, like, I'm actually gonna get into, like, a lot of good videos tomorrow. I'm gonna do a lot of atheist videos. I'm gonna do a lot of crazy videos, man. I'll probably do a video for my racism talk. Turkish government, you know, like attacked our U.S. like basically like attacked our people in a way of, you know, trying to send like a whole group of like basically a whole gang of their own government agents, and then they were just beating up on random people. And I just personally think that's just really fucked up, because it's like, okay, this isn't good, and then again, why would they do that? And I put it up on, like, my Instagram, and this one douchebag was trying to say, okay, who gives, like basically, like, who cares, because, you know, like, the U.S. has done a lot more bad things out in the Middle East, and I'm like, bro, do you realize, like, that is, like, literally, you know, like, true fucking, no, that's like true fucking anarchy right there. And personally, to me, like, cause I don't think that's really right to just be yeah, basically act like a major dick and say, oh yeah, you know what, that's perfectly justified. Yeah, it's perfectly justified that a nation that we don't really have too much contact with, you know, decides to bring their president, and then on top of that, bring their people. And then, you know, this motherfucker thinks that it's clearly okay to get into a fight with just random U.S. citizens. And then we're somehow, you know, really good friends with them. No, that just doesn't really make any sense. It's like, you know, just imagine if if Donald J. Trump, he sent his people, you know, out to, oh shit. He sent his people out to Israel, and we decided to beat their people up. How would you think that, you know, the IDF would probably respond? They would beat the living shit out of us, and that's what we should have done, of having the police there. And the police didn't do a single thing. You know, they just literally thought, okay, yeah, it's perfectly fine to just let another country come in and try to beat the living shit out of our people while waving their Turkish flag. And this is literally what Donald Trump is just, you know, lying for you. Like, dude, you're not for this nation. Dude, no, like, literally, you're just clowning the fuck around. You're not even taking action. But, you know, personally, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get rid of him and Pence. Like, this is why I don't really talk politics, because I'm not really that, you know, politically or religiously inspired. Because atheism took my life. And I'm the coolest guy out here on YouTube. But no, man, personally, because I just don't find anything beneficial, dude. It's like, you know, the U.S. is, you know, coming to this little balance, you know, portion of, hey, could we either fall down or are we going to grow up and actually get real on, you know, on certain issues that are really fucking up our nation. So, you know, like, I just really think it's a major disgrace to see like another nation try to, like basically try to, yeah, basically try to fuck with us, and then, they don't get any consequence. But yeah, that's something that I'll cover on my atheist channel. Like this is why that I'm like like half of my personality is wicked smart, and the other half is just very funny and cool and collected. So it's like, you know, like that's what I like about myself, because I'm just a very cool, kind-hearted person. But whenever I have to get serious on issues that matter, people don't want to talk about that. So that's why, that I go hard on certain issues that, like, yeah, that do have a, yeah, that have like a certain meaning to it. So, hopefully, that can be fixed within, the later future. But yeah, let's get back into this NBA thing. I actually was looking up on the other day of what possibly the NBA mock draft can bring to us. So we have number one, the Boston Celtics. We have the Lakers at number two, which Lonzo better fucking go to the Lakers, bro, because if D'Angelo Russell can get traded and go to Chicago, or he'll probably go somewhere out in like the East. That's a terrible team like Brooklyn or something, which I want him to go to Chicago really bad. Let me give out my reasonings after I talk about Lonzo. But Lonzo, he's a really good player, and then yes, he's going to be challenged like among, basically with 5 other guys. So Magic Johnson said on the media press conference that Lonzo is going to have to really work hard in order to get this, position for the Los Angeles Lakers, which I think he'll do work, because Lonzo, he is a little bit he's a little bit small, but but I think like when you really get him working out, dude, that that motherfucker will be like he'll literally be the shit, who was that one point guard? He was about 6'4", 6'5". He was just mad wicked, like basically he was like one of the best point guards for the Lakers. Oh well, like let's put it like this: he'll be like a little mini Gary Payton, because he has a lot of determination and a lot of heart for that team. And then I could just basically see it with his caliber and his working ethic. Like he's really that committed to become a Los Angeles Laker. And personally, to me, if Josh Jackson or anybody else that actually gets signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, then I would say that's a major disappointment. Because, Los Angeles, no, they don't need another small forward. You have Brandon Ingram. And Josh Jackson, to me personally, should go to the 76ers or go to the Celtics. Because I would want to say, if you bring him to the Celtics, good. But if you bring Markelle Fultz to the Sixers, then I would say that is like a lot better. But he needs to be starting. So, he could go down into the draft, and we don't really know where all these other point guards or shooting guards can go to. See, now my Knicks got the 14th pick, which is, well, no, we got the 9th pick. Yep, sorry, but no, like on 9th or 8th, like I apologize, but New York should definitely take either De'Aaron Fox or, if possible, Dennis Smith Jr. Because Dennis Smith Jr., he's a very good point guard. He has definitely worked his ass off to get back into his normal self. It's a lot of controversial talk to see where his future could be, but it's like, he's not gonna play off like a Derrick Rose, which I know that if he goes to New York, he could definitely play a point guard, and then Derrick Rose can just come back from the bench. But I'm not really too sure that he'll go back to New York, because Rose wants to have like the point guard position. So personally, there's a lot of rumor saying that Rose would go to the San Antonio Spurs, and I think that's a pretty good fit. But then again, he could just stay in New York, to be honest, and I would probably say that's a lot better for him, just because like just put it like this, if Kawhi Leonard in the future actually wins rings and Rose is there, at least it destroys like the hype of saying like Derrick Rose is a trash point guard, which to me personally, he shouldn't need to prove himself any better to say that he needs to have like a ring, to say that he is good where he is, and he can he can be labeled as a good point guard, and like, yeah, good point guard, within the NBA. And I think it's kind of funny that a lot of people talk shit about him, but before then, he was doing really awesome. So, like, I just think it's just a waste of time, really. Oh wow, really trying to talk shit about Rose when clearly people know that he's been carrying, literally every team whenever he has to come into crunch time. If you look at those numbers when he went up against like the Golden State Warriors, he was literally, taking over like the Bulls, even though that he had like some minor knee problems. But dude, that motherfucker was going hard, bro. And to me personally, that had to be one of my favorite games to watch back in 2015, and that's why that I like Rose. But see, what's really funny is that Rose, he's basically a mini shit, he's almost like comparable to his name is like Damaris Stoudemire. He played for the Suns, I think, but no, he was a little short guy, and that guy used to get hurt a lot. But with Rose's capacity, he has like a little bit of a Michael Jordan, yeah, a little bit of like a Michael Jordan shadow, and he has like a lot of potential, dude. And like I like till Rose actually retires, like, because I'm not even going to call him like a bad player, because I'll still think of him as my favorite Derrick Rose that has like the best skill sets ever. He cares about what he wants for this team, and yeah, he'll just go down as like one of the better underdog point guards, because I just know he's just a really good player. And why not put him in the Hall of Fame? Because he actually deserves it, considering, yes, his career got shattered by the knee injuries, but come on, when you really think about it, he is like the youngest player to win MVP at 22 years old. Basically no other point guard could ever do that, and no other position could ever do that, because it's literally difficult to win that. And I mean, looking at his capacity, this nigga was going up against like bigger teams, when he was coming up as a rookie. And what's really funny is that he could have beat the number one seeded Celtics, and that shit went all the way to a game 7. So just imagine if Rose actually won his ring, as like a fucking rookie, which I know that is possible. Like a lot of people can do that, but bro, that shit is mad difficult, because obviously LeBron James, was to defy history like that, to actually, win a ring, while carrying his whole fucking team. But bro, when you really think about it, Rose compared to LeBron could have done that twice. Let's just say, what if Derrick Rose actually did that? How would that go down? And what was like the actual what was like the actual possibility of him trying to beat everybody? And personally, to me, he would have had to still go through LeBron James, because LeBron James, I want to say at that time, went up against the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then he got his ass beat by the Spurs of that year, because that year in 2010, 2010 had to be his last year, I think. Yeah, 2010 was his last year, and that's when he got beat by the Celtics. But no, back in 2009, that's when the Lakers won it, I think. Yeah, because in 2008 the Celtics won it that year. But yeah, then it's just really weird, because LeBron, he has such a good caliber, and I mean, this is why the U.S. had made a great invention for basketball. Because it kind of just shows in our culture, like, despite racist and, religious, affiliations, we have brought, a good wide range of people all around the world to, like, have fun with basketball. And I think, like, if we had more people that were from other nations actually shocking us, like within the NBA draft, it just comes to show, like, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's like, if you know how to ball out, and you know how to go hard, and basically go hard and play basketball with all of your heart, then I'd say that we could, take in anybody from any nation to, become like the number one draft pick. But yet again, we have to be careful with that, because we've had a few that just pulled off a bunch of Darko Milicic. So, Darko Milicic and fucking Anthony Bennett, and obviously Kwame Brown. So, what's really funny is, like, we need to try to focus on our basically focus on our skills and capacity and our activities with the players that are being drafted. Because if we want to make the NBA better, we need to have talent that is like literally banging threes, going for high contact dunks, good post game. Like we definitely need the post game back because like nobody can't really post except for like a few young people and like guys like Kawhi Leonard or LaMarcus Aldridge. Like that's really what basketball is. Basketball is all about using your intelligence, making sure shots are right on point, and then if you screw up, you have to work with your team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really why basketball is like one of our popular sports here. And I mean, if any other country had invented basketball, like we still would have had to convert to their talent anyway. And I mean, what's really funny is like Europe is actually doing pretty good with basketball, and they're actually dominating pretty well in boxing too. But mostly it's soccer because Europe will always defeat us in soccer. There will be no way that we could ever get European players to play with us, and due to our caliber, no, we just don't have that much exposure in soccer. And I mean, it's kind of funny because in soccer, it's a lot more how should I say? Because it's a lot more difficult to manage and maintain when you have to go through a lot of running and a lot of conditioning. And I mean, because I used to wrestle back in high school, and I mean, I could have done that shit in college, and bro, if I was in like the UFC making bank money, like Conor McGregor, you know what I'm saying? Long live the Irish, and long live Katie Taylor because she's a beast. But nah, bro, it's just really contingent to know, like even like basically even for fighting sports, it's just like the NBA and like the fucking NFL. You have to work on your body. You have to make sure that you're right. And I mean, personally, our highest paid sports is basketball. And boxing is up there, but boxing's like more like top 10. It's not really, the highest paid sports because, in basketball you get more promotions and deals. So you can easily make over $1 billion due to how many games that you're playing. And if you win the NBA finals, bro, they are flushing out their money to you. So that's basically how it goes with the NBA. But as for boxing, you need to have promoters and you need to have people to actually come to your fights. So, depending on how good you are and how fast you can knock people out or actually survive in the ring, which, it's really in a sense of just you defending you, and you have to beat the other person up before, before the match is over. Which that's why, like this is how I kind of see it with, the NBA compared with boxing. When you look at it in the female perspective, they're not really being paid as much. Yeah, girls are getting a good several $1,000,000, but then again, like, nah, like, bro, like, they gotta be put out more, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really see it too often on TV because, like, a lot of people here in America, we don't really give a fuck about, girl sports that much. Not trying to sound sexist, but it's true. It's like we have more, interest with the guys, and it's not saying that guys overpower women. There's plenty of girls that can knock you out or swim better or play volleyball better, which, they're fucking hot when they're playing volleyball, but nah, bro, there is a lot of talent, and I don't really deny that because I know that that like a lot of girls, they have like a lot of passion in their sport. And I mean, even for boxing or for volleyball, basically for sports that most females are highly dedicated in, they actually just do it for the love of the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously when I spoke to Ada, very nice lady, I'm actually kind of surprised that she actually did it for the love of the sport. And I mean, it's good enough that she actually did get paid higher in Europe, but it just kind of makes me think like, why are we bitching and complaining about money if we're not going to get our fair share? So the collective bargaining, is very, like basically fucked up. And I just think that, if you want to treat, everybody right in a sport, give them the same, give them like the same amount of currency. Like because it shouldn't even be that hard just to get money, spread out equally, but like between men and women. But I'm not saying there's a wage gap. Fuck no. But it's like, for sports, come on, bro. You know, we could do better than that. And I mean, there's plenty of girls that have grown up poor and they have basically worked their asses off just to become who they are. And I mean, you know, for girls like Clarissa Shields, who's another one? I forgot that other person. She was like, I want to probably say Brittany Griner. You know, Brittany Griner, like, I heard a little bit of a backstory from her. But, no, there's just plenty of girls out there that have been, that have been going through a lot of life problems, you know, like Heather Hardy, you know, obviously for female boxing and, you know, basketball community, soccer community, you know, like, I could go on forever, you know, Heather Hardy, fucking, probably say, Ada, you know, like, I think I heard a little bit of a, you know, tough childhood, but, no, it's just really crazy, and I think it's kind of funny, like, whenever I talk to people like that, it's like, you know, literally talk to my family members about, hey, how's life back in, like, the, Bronx, or how's life back at where you grew up, like, it's kind of, you know, weird, because, you know, like, I, like, basically only lived in, like, the hood for, I want to say, like, a good 1 or 2 years, because I remember when I was younger, I was, you know, living with my mom in a more ghetto neighborhood before, you know, she went back with my dad, but, no, it's just, like, you know, like, it's just kind of weird, because I have more of, like, a urban mentality, because I don't really act, you know, like a suburb prep child, which I used to be spoiled, but it's, like, that's really not the message of where I got everything around me, because I actually learned a lot quicker when I was living by myself, or no, not by myself, but, you know, when I actually moved down to, you know, to the more urban section of where me and my mom or, you know, my grandparents live, which my grandparents lived in a more, you know, yeah, more of a suburb area, but you know, basically my point of where I was getting to is that I was more grown up when I actually was living in like a more like, you know, divergent, basically when I lived in like the urban area, that actually taught me a lot better than living out in the country or the suburbs, because I actually actually grown up a lot better, and I actually know, you know, how to use like my, you know, common sense whenever I'm around people. And I think personally that's what got me to that level of knowing, like, hey, like, you know, like, I'm not really that gifted to have everything given to me anymore, and I'm happy that I wasn't spoiled to this day. And I mean, it's just kind of funny because it's like, you know, there's a lot of people at my age that are getting spoiled by their parents, but then again, like, they want to be rich and famous, and they want all this fucking gimme, this handouts, and all this fucking bullshit. Like, I'm not saying everybody does that, but it's like, at my age, you got niggas like Chief Keef, literally just doing the dumbest shit ever, like literally committing crime up against the people that works with him, and he's fucking 22 years old. That's pretty sad. And like, literally for me, because I'm 22 years old, but I'm in school, I'm like working literally up to 40 hours a week at Wendy's, and then I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing Twitch. So just put that into major perspective, because I'm not getting paid, you know, like getting paid like big money, because I wish I did, but I mean, bro, how else like could I really get my name out there? Because I gotta be grinding on, you know, 3 other channels, but but no, it's just kind of funny because it's like, because like when I see other YouTubers do it, they got maxed out PCs, they got all this other shit, which I understand why they do that, so they can get some views, but I'm just thinking, like, wait a minute, how do these people get their video out there, and then now their videos are trending? And obviously they just take, you know, the titles from other YouTubers to make it easier to search it, and it's like, that's not how YouTube works, because I think it's due to what ideals that you put down within that trend, and then you're able to do what you have to do, not just make a good basically make a good flaming hot title, and then you get like 1 million views. No, that's literally what guys like Hood Gaming TV did, but no, like, he's not really like that, which I understand. Like you know, like, a lot of people would call me. Yeah, will call me like a basically like a gullible lover, which I'm not even like that. Like, I just like, people's content if it, like amazes me. But yes, I understand a lot of people clickbait, but I'm not even doing that. It's like, if I see something good, then personally with me, then I make that shit raw, because I don't cut things out. No, like, I like to go hard on major ideals, and I think it's good enough that me, wanting to become a game designer, it's good for my experience to know, hey, when I have a new game, then I could show you secrets of what I'm doing. Because there's plenty of companies that do that. Like, well, I'm saying for small businesses, not for bigger ones. 2K will never show you what they're doing for 2K18. That's just like a major must for them to not let out their secrets, because they know that they're going to fuck up and people will just be like really pissed. So they would like to save everything on the first day, and this shit's gonna cost like $150. Like, literally, like, that's like a chunk of your rent money right there. Why not just like this is why, like, the gaming industry, as far as a corporate setting, is really fucked up, and nobody's not gonna buy any more corporate games anymore, because I think people are just gonna torrent and get PC. Because, like, that's literally what everybody be... Yeah, that's literally what people be fucking with. And it's not really common with console games, because console games are now screwing you over for you paying more fucking money to them. You have to be doing all this crazy fucking bullshit just to get more dollars right up inside your fucking pocket. Like, or get dollars out of your pocket to give it to these, gigantic corporate assholes. And guess what? These corporates, they're controlled by government. The government is literally getting more money out of your video games, getting money out of everything, because they know that, oh wow, we're in so much debt, so we need more money out of you. So we'll find anything possible that is a merchandise of, our, power. So we're going to force it out of you to pay more money, and then while you're having to pay bills or pay off college loans, like, this is how government works. And I think that's kind of sad to get something that's just a basic item, and then you have to pay more money due to taxes or like the policies of what government tries to place on these gigantic corporations. And I think that's really what fucks up our people and fucks up our economy and our environment. Cause it's kind of funny, cause it's really funny of how more people splurge on money, but it's like we make more money to spend more money. No, that theory is just really dumb, because it's like when you try to save up money, then what about the deficit, decreasing? I thought that was the main reason of why people want to do that. So technically, like, people, they're not saving money no more. We're actually, basically driving ourselves into more $1 trillion debt. And I mean, personally to me, like, I don't really give a fuck about numbers, because these numbers are all fake to me. But it's like, how about you conserve your own value and make sure that we're having, what we want. Like, instead of getting rid of everything, and then we have to barter if we're, basically somehow out of money. And that's literally how it is. Like, that's basically what we got. Like, not trying to go into this whole, politi shaming, but we have a ton of gold here, and we could use that as a good trading mechanism. But it's like, who gives a fuck about that? Currency in this earth, currency in the world should not be here, because we're humans and we work hard on what we do. Hold on. Somebody's calling me. Right back. Hello? Yes? Wait a minute. You said 2 o'clock. I was thinking you were going to say 2 o'clock, but... Okay. Alright, I'll get ready. Okay, well, you just called me out of nowhere, and I was just, Yes, you called me. Todd, you just did it. You just did it randomly. Alright, I'll get ready. I'll get ready. Oh. Well, unfortunately, I gotta start bouncing, guys. So obviously, my grandfather, mi abuelo, had called me out of fucking nowhere. Give me one second. Yeah, I basically, shit. Hold on. Give me one second. Yeah, he called me out of nowhere, and he told me that he's gonna have to pick me up. So I'm gonna have to probably leave this game and then sim it. Wait, let me just score one more point. Yeah, it's just kind of really terrible that I have to go through this bullshit. Let's go Ingram. I could save the game and do it, so that way I can so I can make sure I'm winning these games, or I could just sim it right away. Yeah, let me just save it. Yeah, cause I know that I'm gonna want to play it. Once I'm done. So, basically, it's just one of those days where you just wish that you never had to, get a call from somebody that wants to bullshit you, and say, "Hey, I'm on my way," and then it's like, "What? You just said that you were coming at 2." So now, I gotta, do all this crazy shit with my grandfather. But hey, guys, I really do appreciate it. Even though nobody didn't watch this, but just keep in mind that I will do more live streams coming up. I'm gonna do more on the Lonzo Ball thing. I'm gonna talk really deep into a whole bunch of other stuff for my Atheist channel. So be sure to subscribe, hit the follow button. Hey, if you want to give me a donation, go right ahead. And yeah, I'll catch you guys right up on the flip side. Peace out, homies. Bye.